Please drive to highlighted route.
Good morning, everyone. You're with Calling All Stations in a car. This is unusual. Right. Yes, so I expect by the time I put this out, you will have already seen we are doing some driving for the All the Stations project. It's going to start in Suffolk, then we're going to drive to Braintree in Essex, and then we're going to be in Essex probably all day. So we're on home patch for me, which is quite exciting. I tell you what, it's really quite weird talking to yourself in the car. Going to be quite a bit of disused railways for me to see in the meantime, both at Sudbury and Braintree at least. Tell you what I'm going to do actually, it is quite a nice day, so I'm going to put my sunglasses on. There we go, lovely old job. Now we're ready to rock and roll. I keep calling it in my mind Sudbury Town, but of course Sudbury Town's the tube station on the Piccadilly line. Wow, Sudbury is quite a nice little place. Like in Sudbury, if you're from Sudbury. I'm going to go over there because it's quite close to the exit, so we can get a quick getaway. So, here we are at Sudbury. Tiny little station. I'm not even sure you can call it quaint, Vicky, because there's not much about it. There's a little waiting area. It can probably accommodate a two-car DMU. It's going to be a DMU because there's no electrified track or overhead lines. I didn't know that about this line actually. I thought all the lines and kind of branches from Liverpool Street were electrified, but evidently not. So the thing about Sudbury is this is actually the third station on this site. So there's current Sudbury station behind me. Hopefully you can see how this car park sort of curves round. This is the site of the second Sudbury station, so the line would have come in from over there behind us, curved round this sort of curved bit of car park, and then it would have headed off into the distance that way and done a sort of big loop around Sudbury village, and then it would have headed north to Bury St Edmunds, and I think there was also a branch that went off to Cambridge. So this was originally a through station, at least the second version of Sudbury was a through station. The first version of Sudbury station was actually a little further into Sudbury village and sort of a little further north over there. But this here car park is the site of the second Sudbury station. So naturally a lot of these abandoned railways in the UK, these disused railways, they get turned into footpaths, they get turned into cycle paths. That's exactly the same thing here at Sudbury. So this path sort of goes down there, it loops around, and then you can join the rest of the old line that would have headed up to Bury St Edmunds. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead, sort of head back to the station entrance and wait for Geoff and Vicki now. I don't know if it's deliberate, but I do quite like the way that sort of modern waiting room is shaped to look almost like a signal cabin. It's probably not deliberate, is it?
Is your car at the ready?
Yeah, we've got to go, haven't we?
No time for
it's
dawdling.
pretty quick, isn't
Go.
it?
Calling all stations. We're calling it
some of them.
all stations. Andy said today, he said, Geoff, I'll give you a lift if I can have one of these t-shirts.
You have a spare, so you're going to have to take it off, Geoff.
I don't want the worn one.
You're videoing this?
I'm videoing the journey. Hello.
Hello.
And it is hands-free before anybody says.
Yeah, it's 10:54.
Oh, I'm nervous.
We should make
Should
this.
be alright. It's literally around the corner, but I don't know why we stopped. So
We're going to make it.
Stay green, stay green, stay green.
Where's the other line? That's just a pedestrian crossing. There's our train. That's our train.
Arriving at Braintree Railway Station.
We totally made it.
Yeah, the sticker says not right in here.
I don't know what we were so worried about. See you in a bit.
See ya. So we just dropped Geoff and Vicki off at Braintree. Just made it in time. We had about 5-6 minutes to spare. We weren't worried. It was fine. So this is Braintree, another line that used to continue. So this would have once headed out west towards Bishop Stortford. The line would have once continued, and it does look like a station that was once a lot bigger. Nice big canopies. A lot of space over there, that side, for another track, which I believe there was once. So there's a footpath, obviously, another footpath, so we'll go and check that out now. I've got about 10-15 minutes to kill before I've got to drive up to Walton to pick Geoff and Vicki up again. So let's go and do that. So as we walk to check out the old disused line that goes out to Bishop Stortford, Braintree station behind me, very much a Great Eastern station, very similar, I thought, to Epping station, very similar to design, almost identical. So behind me, Braintree station, and then the other way the line heads out to, or would have headed out to Bishop Stortford, Takerley and then Bishop Stortford. This is a newer footbridge, this isn't the original, but the line here passes over Notley Road. So there in the distance with the spire behind me, that's Braintree town centre. This is about as far as I'm going to go, I think. I don't want to make myself late for Walton, but just a little look at the line going out to Bishop Stortford that would have once continued from Braintree. So I probably should explain, if you don't know, if you're on this channel and you're not following all the stations or Geoff Tech, which I probably am surprised at. Basically, some friends of mine, Geoff and Vicki, they are attempting to visit all 2,500 and I want to say 56, but do correct me if I'm wrong, stations in the UK this summer. They've maybe done about, I don't know, 300-400 stations already. They've basically done most of the southwest, South London. Now they're tackling east of London, so they're doing Essex, and then they will start to work their way up to Suffolk and Norfolk probably next week. Although by the time you're watching this, you'll probably know exactly where they are. So I will have put links in the description and some cards up here, linking to some of their videos. But I'm probably guessing, if you're following my channel, you're probably following their channel anyways. It's got Walton Station just behind me. We'll go and check that out in just a second. I thought it would be rude not to at least pop down and see the front, because I'm not sure if we're going to have to crack on straight away. I think, in Walton Station, it looks quite a new modern building, but I think that behind us, there is probably the original station building. Here I am at the sea, Essex coast. It's an institution, this. You got Walton Pier behind us. Nice breeze. Actually, it's not too busy. I thought it was going to be quite busy. So I think their train gets in about 10-15 minutes. So we'll have a little wander back to the station. Didn't look like there was much there, to be honest. Like I say, I think that's the original station building. I mean, that could even be part of it, couldn't it? I mean, that looks fairly station-esque, doesn't it? So here we are, platforms at Walton. We've got a Network South East era clock behind us, which has definitely seen better days. We've got a few NSE era benches painted black, but I reckon over there we've got probably the original platform, possibly. And here we've got some new platforms. I even wonder if this used to be possibly an island platform, but that certainly looks like an old abandoned platform there. Like I say, maybe that building behind us was the original station terminus and ticket hall. That building back there, I don't know if you can see it, but that's definitely got canopies. You got a real mismatch of branding here at Walton-On-The-Naze. You do have a little logo there that says it's on the Sunshine Coastline, which is from here all the way through to Colchester town. But that's the old National Express branding. But on the front of the station, you've also got the One Railway branding, so it's a bit hit and miss. Funny seeing you here.
I know. How was your journey?
It wasn't too bad, and it's lovely.
It's so sunny and beautiful. There was this amazing couple on the train. They got off the stop before.
Yeah.
And they were just talking to each other and like exclaiming at, "Oh, look at the eucalyptus. Oh, look at all these lovely young people going to the seaside." And I was just like, this is amazing. I feel like I'm in an Enid Blyton novel.
So, Clacton.
Let's have a camera off. Mine's bigger than yours.
So here we are outside Clacton. Vicky's just doing a Facebook Live. Jeff's over there. So they're heading off now. That's me done. God, I can see I've caught the sun, haven't I? So they're heading off now, and I think they're going to go up to Harwich and Felixstowe, and I'm going to drive back to London. But it's been a pleasure hanging out with them today. Let's go check out Clacton. These sort of very old gate lines. It's got old CRT monitors. Got a very old retro feel to it, Clacton. I quite like it. And I've managed to get a parking space right next to the platforms. Right, back to London. It's on the way down.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Right, guys, thanks very much for watching. You've been with Calling All Stations, and we have been calling at all the stations. And we'll see you at the next stop. But I must admit, I can't remember cattle grid. I can't remember.